A lot of our show today is centered around the big picture of whether they're still on track within this era of excellence, that they just win year over year, and every 2 or 3 years they pop up as a Super Bowl contender, and they're one of the beasts of the East, or not. That what we saw this year was signs of trouble. In the next 2 to 3 years, things could start derailing. Which side of that ledger do you come down on more for the future?
So I fall more on the side of I'm worried about the future than thinking they're just going to keep this up. And it's worth noting that the pace they've been winning at is basically impossible to keep up. I mean, they're winning almost 75-80% of their games. They're going to the Super Bowl every other year. So, keeping this pace up would be really hard. But my concern for the future is Nick Sirianni a good head coach? Is Sean Mannion a good OC? You can win with Jalen Hurts at quarterback. My concern is the pieces around those. For the first time in a while, for the past few years, it's been, all right, everything on the roster is great. What's going on with Nick and Jalen? Now I think the question is really, what's going on with the rest of the offensive roster, right? Is Lane going to play next year? And if he does, how good of a player will he be? What's going to happen with Landon Dickerson? Will he ever be the same player? Cam Jurgens, can he rebound from the back injury? And if they do trade AJ, which I think is the more likely of the outcomes for this, then you look at that roster, and Dallas Goedert's a free agent. AJ's not there. Is Saquon going to be the same guy? So my concern is not big picture with the big picture pieces. My concern is more with the rest of the roster.